Hey guys, I hope this is what I ordered, or this will be a really short video. I've mentioned before that I try to keep my my table set up and all that the same as what they have at Derby. Why I got a Diamond Professionals, because this is what they used to have at Derby. Of course, then they switched to the smart tables, and I can't afford that. But I did upgrade this at one point to Aramith rubber, and then I have since upgraded it to the blue label. Next time I get it recovered, I'll probably get it shimmed down to 4 1/4. I like to match Derby. Anyway, one of the things Diamonds likes to do is change balls all the damn time. So I went in here this past year and they had changed balls again to, these Aramith tournament balls. And that's what the box says. And I'm hoping that, what's in the box, I'm hoping what it says on the box is what's in the box. The only reason I really have any doubts is because this took so damn long. I ordered this last Monday. It was supposed to have arrived Wednesday, but I kept getting emails saying, "Oh, it's been delayed, we'll let you know. It's been delayed, I'll let you know." And finally, this box showed up today. Looks like it came with a dozen master chalks as well, which that's fine. I don't use masters anymore, but that's fine. So, if this is what I think they are, and it is, yes, this will be my new setup for my home table here. It'd be almost impossible to get these balls out of the box without making a mess. Yeah. So the only thing different that I can see, the cue ball is different, okay? This cue ball just has that, and everything else is clear. At Derby, it was like a measle ball, but it wasn't a measle ball. It was a bunch of it seemed like different designs and shit. I'm gonna have to find out what that is and buy one of those cue balls because I like my stuff to match what they have. They already have a million cue balls, and then the numbers just have a little hash mark. I know that these are fine balls because that's what I played with at Derby. And also, last fall, I switched to these Predator Arcos 2 balls. Now they came in this box. This box is empty right now because that's what's on my table at the moment. They came with these, and as far as I'm concerned, these balls play identically to the new ones I just got. See, this one's like a measle ball, but it's all triangles. I like it all right. It's perfectly fine. Just because they play identically doesn't mean I'm going to continue to use this cue ball though with the Aramith balls. I'm not going to do that. These are fine. I was talking to a guy at Derby City. I think he was trying to sell me a set of the Aramith tournament balls. Like sometimes after Derby they'll sell like the used tournament sets, pretty cheaply. And I said, well, I already have a set of the Arcos 2s, and he basically just trashed them. He just didn't like them at all. He's like, oh, they suck. I don't know how much that was salesmanship and how much of it was, his real opinion. Don't know. Several years ago, Diamond switched to Cyclop balls. They had a business deal with Cyclops, so we all showed up at Derby City one year, and it's all Cyclop balls all of a sudden. So they like to change shit on us. Everybody seemed to hate the Cyclop balls. I personally never had any problem with them. Maybe I just got lucky, but an awful lot of people would talk about them rolling off all the time, being really inconsistent in weight. And one guy said he X-rayed it or something. It had a big hollow spot on the inside. I know of at least one player that quit going to Derby City Classic. One good player that quit going to Derby City Classic because of the Cyclop balls. They didn't like them. I never had any problem with them, and I used them on this home table for several years until that business arrangement with Diamond and Cyclops ended. And then I went back to Aramith. And then I got the Arcos 2s, and that's what I've been using. I'm just going to just very briefly go over some of the other stuff that I have. So let's see. So this is one of the sets of Cyclops that I have. This is a TV set of the Cyclops. I keep showing the screen. Hyperion balls. Yeah, it got the 2 cue balls and an 8 and a 9 and a 10 with big giant numbers, including there's also one with regular numbers. And I don't know. I shot with these for a while and they're perfectly fine. I never had any problem with these at all. Now they play different, but I'm not going to say worse. I'm not going to say better. I'm just going to say different than the Aramith that I had been used to at the time. I bought a set of I bought this set, the Brunswick Centennials, back in the late 90s. These were, I bought these a Christmas present for my father. He had recently got a house with a pool table in it, but he passed away, so I just kept the balls. And I shoot with these every now and then. And not really very often anymore. I'm trying to keep them in good shape. It has the blue circle cue ball, which I guess is standard for the Centennials back in. Again, they just play different. These Aramith tournament balls and the Arcos balls seem to play about the same, but other than that, there are differences, and it's kind of hard to describe. And really, this may just be me and the way that I shoot, the firmness I hit with, whatever. In my opinion, these Centennials, well, they're what I would call boingy, and that's not the most scientific term in the world, but bouncing off of each other, like playing straight pull, for example. Go into the pack, they seem to boing, and they spread out more easily than a lot of the other balls that I've ever played with. So, for one pocket, that would be good for that as well. But the way that they rebound, they don't always go off the tangent line. A lot of times they'll back up a little bit off the tangent line because of that boing that's happening. Somehow that's happening. I thought I had a regular set of Aramiths out here. So I don't have a regular set of Aramiths on the table, but I should own 10. Just Aramith Super Pros. That's what I had for the longest time. They play softer. They take more English. And another thing that they did is on this table, because I can't get the damn thing out. So on this table, I can slam a ball into this pocket as hard as I want, and it's not going to mark up this ball. This ball, the material this ball is made out of, this is the Predator. It's a harder material than the standard Aramith or the Aramith Super Pros. On the Aramith, because I shoot my bank shots pretty hard, I would get black marks on the balls. Every time I hit the back of these pockets, I would get a little black mark. And so every now and then I have to clean it off, magic eraser or something. It wasn't a huge giant deal at the time, but now when it happens to me now, I'm like, man, that's gross and disgusting and probably causing a skid. So I don't like it anymore. When Diamond switched to the Cyclops balls, that doesn't happen with them. It's a harder material than those older Aramiths were. Perfectly fine. One of the reasons I like the Cyclops balls. A little bit boingy. A little bit like the Centennials in that regard. But not nearly as bad or not nearly as different as the Centennials are. These Arcos 2 balls and these Aramith tournament balls, they're also a harder material. If I had to rank them, hang on a second, I'm not prepared. I'm never prepared. Oh, here's a spot right here. So this is a 14 ball for my TV set. This Aramith Super Pros, right? But the TV set, that's why the color's so weird. You see the black dot, black spot? That's from hitting the pocket. And it happens with these older balls. So, in my opinion, these are the softest balls. Playing against each other, bouncing off each other, things like that. Not spraying the clusters out as well. And then next would be the Cyclops. And then the Arcos and these tournament balls, they're kind of in the middle. And I don't know how much damn sense this makes, okay? One of the complaints that I heard a lot about the Cyclops is you can't transfer a lot of English compared to the Aramiths. It's a harder material, there's just a lot of immediate sliding, one ball off another. So a lot of people complain about that. I really didn't. Like I said, I didn't have any problem with it. Now with the Predator Arcos balls and these new balls, it's kind of in the middle. These old Aramiths like this, you can transfer all kinds of spin, gobs of spin. With the Cyclop balls, a lot of people said you couldn't transfer a lot of speed, just some speed. And I think most people are in agreement, though, that these new Aramith tournament balls and the Predator balls are kind of in the middle. You can transfer some, not as much as you could with the old Aramiths, but more than you could with the Cyclop. I have no idea if any of that made any sense. That's my experience of just playing with the balls, and what it seems like to me is, even though it's not very much difference, I can still see a little bit of difference. I just never saw enough of a difference where I'm like, oh man, Cyclop balls suck, I'm never using them, I can't transfer any spin. I couldn't quite transfer as much spin, but I could still transfer spin. Nothing special about me, I think, just the way it was. I was a little bit lucky, maybe. Maybe I just got lucky. I guess I'm going to stop this video so I figure out where my remote is. And I have a bunch of other sets of pool balls, different brands. I don't want to do a pool ball video because these are kind of the ones that somebody might run into. As long as you include this older Aramith. A lot of the more generic type of brands that were out there, a lot of those were kind of still Aramiths or exact copies. This is a TV color Aramith Super Pro, but they also had Aramith Premiers and all that. Just not quite as tight as standards on the weight and stuff, but still very good balls. And an awful lot of, bar tables that just have an old set of Aramith balls, that type of deal. I guess that's this video. I don't think I like it, but it's a video. Bye guys.